We begin with late-breaking news tonight. A former Bexar County deputy arrested, accused of assaulting an inmate. Within the last 30 minutes, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office confirming 42-year-old Jaime Soto is charged with official oppression. Investigators say that camera footage was reviewed back in December. An internal affairs investigation then completed in June of this year, and Soto resigned a few days later. He is now in custody. He was with the Sheriff's Office for 14 years. The same vaccine meeting a new standard. The FDA paving the way for the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine to become mandated for businesses, governments, and other agencies. Today's full approval only meant for ages 16 and older, but it is still available to those as young as 12 under emergency use authorization. President Joe Biden calling today's approval a key milestone. The Pentagon now planning to require the shot for more than 1.3 million active duty troops. Here at home, San Antonio ISD has already mandated the vaccine for its employees. But what about other businesses in San Antonio? The Night Team's Tiffany Huerta spoke with one business co-owner who says he's not ready for that requirement.
I think it's great, first of all, that it did get fully approved.
James Moore with Full Belly Cafe and Bar welcoming the news of Pfizer's new milestone. Amid the rise in COVID cases and hospitalizations, he and his staff have gone back to masking up. He's hopeful it will encourage more people to get the COVID-19 shot.
Legally, we could require staff to be vaccinated here in Texas. We don't.
While he can use a vaccine mandate, he says he's not ready to do that.
We have helped at least half of the current staff get vaccinated. Others have handled it on their own.
Keegan Warren Clem, health law expert and University of Texas at Austin School of Law professor, says mandatory vaccination wouldn't be something new. It dates back to the very early 20th century.
So over 100 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court in Jacobson v. Massachusetts stated that inoculation can be a required part of the public health response. And arguably, the COVID vaccines are no different.
As companies begin implementing their own plan for the pandemic, there will be some medical or religious exceptions. But for those who don't fall under those designations,
that it is a very real possibility that they will have some tough decisions to make in terms of continuing their employment.
And while Keegan hopes this approval will boost confidence in the vaccine,
unfortunately, there is a strong anti-vaccination contingent, and I don't think they will necessarily be persuaded by this change in status and the increase in information, but I certainly hope they are.
Many institutions already require other vaccinations like measles and rubella. In terms of this pandemic, the COVID-19 vaccine approved today is the same millions have been using in this fight early on. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. We asked people if the full FDA approval would help deciding to get the vaccine. Some had already made up their minds, saying they will not get it. Others explained they still want to wait, and others say they are happy they already received it. You can also take part in a poll on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. You can check out a breakdown as well on the difference between emergency use authorization and full FDA approval. You can find that on our website right now at ksat.com. Let's take a look at the latest COVID numbers tonight. Hospitalizations in San Antonio still climbing. 90% of the cases are among the unvaccinated. Tonight, 1,466 COVID patients in local hospitals. 412 are in the intensive care unit, and 279 people are on ventilators, helping them breathe tonight. There is a therapy available that was recently prescribed to Governor Greg Abbott after his COVID-19 diagnosis. But the Regeneron monoclonal antibody therapy certainly not limited to those in leadership. The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us it is available to those in need, even if you don't have a doctor that you regularly see. So Patty joins us live here tonight. Patty, what should people know and keep in mind if they find themselves needing this treatment?
Well, Myra, getting this treatment quickly is so important for people who just tested positive and who have high risk factors like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. The Regional Infusion Center just reopened about 2 weeks ago here at the Freeman Coliseum, and more than 850 people have already been treated.
That there is evidence-based infusion therapy free available here in San Antonio. And if people have risk factors, they need to go ahead and get a primary care doctor to go ahead to refer them.
The monoclonal antibodies are specifically made in labs to help fight off the COVID-19 virus. Here in San Antonio, those who test positive for the virus can get the FDA emergency-approved therapy for free at Freeman Coliseum or at their home. Those in the high-risk group are strongly urged to get the therapy.
If you have one of the risk factors, you need to get in touch with a physician and get that referral done. And don't wait. And you need to do it within 10 days.
According to this U.S. Department of Health and Human Services video, the one-dose outpatient treatment is delivered through the vein to boost the immune system of someone mildly infected with COVID before symptoms potentially become life-threatening.
The whole thing will take you a couple hours, and then you go on home. And this can significantly reduce your risk of progression of COVID-19 disease.
If you don't have a primary care doctor, you can call the center's hotline to be screened. You don't need insurance to get it.
And again, the infusion hotline is 1-800-742-5990. There are some documents that you're going to need to fill out. We have those documents on our website, KSAT.com. And again, this is for people who just tested positive, are at high risk. Myra?
All right, thank you, Patty. As a reminder, there are numerous opportunities around San Antonio to get the vaccine. We have a list of pop-up clinics online at KSAT.com. And a reminder as well, the Alamo Dome drive-through clinic is open Wednesday through Friday. The hours are 4 to 8 p.m. Tonight, an update on the recovery within the local hotel industry. Visit San Antonio saying we haven't quite reached the numbers we saw in 2019, but we are seeing improvements, especially when compared to other major cities. In July of 2019, hotels in the area had an occupancy rate of 76.6%. This year, there's been a consistent increase, with July just 3.5% shy of what San Antonio experienced pre-pandemic. While we may not have beat our own benchmark, the hotel industry here at home is doing better than the competition. The president and CEO of Visit San Antonio says there has been a push to get visitors from near and far.
For the first time in a very long time, we ran a local campaign to get local San Antonians to come down to San Antonio to enjoy our hotels, our attractions, our tours, etc.
While occupancy is not up to the level it was in 2019, Visit San Antonio says that revenue is better now. The average daily rate for rooms increased by nearly $20 compared to 2019. Still, Visit San Antonio noted that 2 conferences planned for San Antonio have been canceled in recent days. The group says there is a proactive effort to keep other scheduled conferences happening in San Antonio by explaining the safety protocols in place for events.
And Myra, we still have not done it. 96 the high temperature today. The hottest we've been so far this summer has been 98 degrees. Actually pretty close to average. The average high today being 95. The record, however, 104. Tomorrow is going to be very similar. We'll be well into the 90s. A lot of sunshine. Del Rio near 100 along with Cotulla and Laredo. 97 in Hondo tomorrow. Canyon Lake as well. Kerrville about 96. And for the most part, mid to upper 90s. Elmendorf 98 and Bernie about 94 for the high temperature. We'll be back to talk about how it'll be more of the same for a few days. Then we have some rain chances returning, and we are watching the tropics. All that coming up, Myra.
All right, thanks, Adam. Right now, police investigating a motive in a shooting that led them to a wounded man in a parking lot. Crime scene tape showing the area of interest here at the Republic Woodlake Apartments on FM 78 on the northeast side. Police say an argument led to this morning's shooting. A 60-year-old man taken to the hospital. A 28-year-old man was taken into custody, but still no word on any charges. A sedan smashed up against a loading dock. Police called to the scene of a deadly crash on South Laredo near South Brazos around early this morning in downtown. An identity for the woman killed has not been publicly released, but police say she was in her late 20s. Investigators believe that speed may have been a factor in this case. Turning now to the new city budget in the works. Many in San Antonio with an opinion on where the record $3.1 billion should go.
Maybe some more bike lanes would be good.
Infrastructure is the big thing. There's a lot of potholes.
Mental health being assessed for the unsheltered
You know, I work down here with a lot of unsheltered population, and mental health is a big crisis.
City Manager Eric Walsh says part of the budget set to go toward responding to mental health calls and pairing up a police officer with a paramedic and clinician. Walsh says the city is also reinvesting in public health. There are plans to address infrastructure and housing as well. We have the entire breakdown of the budget proposal online right now at KSAT.com. This budget is expected to be adopted September 16th. Could a change be on the horizon for the San Antonio Independent School District? What Superintendent Pedro Martinez is saying about a potential move to Chicago. And violence continuing in Afghanistan. Evacuations also underway as the U.S. attempts to meet a deadline. The latest coming up next on the Nightbeat. The evacuations underway in Afghanistan are ramping up. Some of those refugees arriving at Fort Bliss in El Paso just yesterday. More U.S. military transport jets are landing at the Kabul airport. As Isabel Rosales reports, gunfire also erupting outside of that airport today.
Evacuations in Kabul are picking up the pace as the situation grows tense. Thousands still stranded. Supplies are limited. And the deadline for the U.S. troop withdrawal is just 8 days away.
Believe me, the pain and the suffering, the fear, the anxiety, all of that, none of it is lost on us or our troops.
On Sunday, U.S. Central Command says a hostile actor fired on Afghan security forces who were monitoring the north gate of the airport. At least one Afghan was killed and several others wounded in the exchange of gunfire. And with the situation becoming more volatile, operations growing more urgent. Within the last 24 hours, the Pentagon says 16,000 people have been evacuated out of Kabul.
Our mission remains focused on ensuring a steady flow of evacuees out of Kabul to the intermediate staging bases and safe havens.
The Taliban says the U.S. needs to stick to its August 31st deadline to withdraw.
We, too, are still planning on completing it by the 31st of August. That is the mission that had been signed by the Commander-in-Chief, assigned to us, and that's what we're trying to execute.
Amid the chaos and despair, a moment of joy. A baby girl born in the cargo bay of a U.S. Air Force jet carrying Afghan evacuees. As the plane landed in Germany, medics rushed in to safely deliver her.
When the baby came out screaming and we were able to put her directly on mom's chest and get her breastfeeding right away, I was like, okay, we're good here.
I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Here at home, he most recently faced off with the state over a vaccine mandate for San Antonio ISD employees. That lawsuit no longer in play since the Pfizer vaccine now has full FDA approval. But the future of SAISD Superintendent Pedro Martinez could change course. Martinez now in the running to lead another district 1,200 miles away. He is one of two frontrunners for the new CEO of Chicago Public Schools, according to the Chicago Sun-Times. The current interim CEO, Jose Torres, also a finalist for that position. Martinez released a statement saying in part, quote, "Because Chicago is my hometown, it's where I went to school and it's where I started my career in K through 12 education. I felt it was an opportunity that should be explored, but it's still an ongoing process and I will wait to see how it plays out," end quote. We have that full statement at KSAT.com.
Today's a real exciting day for us at SeaWorld San Antonio. We announced our new 2020 attraction.
Check this out, a new record-breaking ride coming to SeaWorld San Antonio. We saw some of the materials all laid out at the amusement park today. When put together, it's supposed to create what SeaWorld says is the world's tallest and fastest screaming swing. It'll take riders 135 feet in the air at 68 miles an hour. It's been years in the making.
And so we kind of scour the world looking for manufacturers, and we found one that produced this amazing screaming swing. And again, it is going to be the tallest and fastest one in the world, and we've got it right here at SeaWorld.
The ride is called Tidal Surge. Crews will begin putting it together soon, but it's not expected to be complete until next year. Y'all let me know how that goes. I won't be on it. Let's take a look outside with live cam. 87 degrees, a little windy out there, but Still plenty of heat, Adam.
Yep, it's that time of year. Dog days of summer well into the 90s. The average high temperature is down to 95 degrees. I say down to because it just was 97, which is our hottest point of the year, climatologically speaking, a few weeks ago. So let's talk about it. We have upper 90s through Wednesday. We'll shave off a few degrees then, a few pop-up showers starting Thursday, and I think every afternoon thereafter. But we're also watching the tropics, as there could be a bit of a wild card as we get into the forecast for Sunday and into the early part of next week. So first, let's talk heat. Look across the state today. All things considered, not that bad, considering we're well into August and there's only a few triple digits on the map. Del Rio, Laredo, 101, both those locations. Elsewhere, for the most part, we were just well into the 90s. 96 the high in Uvalde, Hondo, and even San Antonio. So pretty close to average, but check out Cotulla, the hot spot around here, topping out at 103. 86 right now, dew point is 71, so it feels like we're 91 degrees. And of course, the heat index is going to play a role every day. It's going to feel like we're a little over 100 for a few hours every afternoon the rest of this week, especially through Wednesday and even Thursday timeframe. Right now, still 91 in Cotulla and Del Rio, but 79 Rock Springs and Kerrville, 84 Gonzales, 86 here in San Antonio. Fairly seasonable temperatures. Next couple of days, more of the same, 97 to 98, the high temperatures. Then we get into Thursday. That's when we start trimming off a few degrees. Anywhere from 94 to 96 for high temperatures from Thursday all the way through the upcoming weekend. That's because of a little shift in our weather pattern. Quiet day today all across Texas. We've got the big blue H, the upper level high. It's pressing down on us, and so we just have this consistent, similar weather day after day after day. And of course, temperatures well into the 90s. This is going to break down a little bit later in the week for the end of the work week and on into the upcoming weekend. It's going to weaken and break down, even split apart a little bit. That's going to open the door for some of those daily random afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting anything severe, and don't get your hopes too high because they should be pretty isolated. Coverage is not likely to be all that impressive at this point. So about 20 to 30% chance they're starting Thursday afternoon and then every afternoon through the weekend and into the early part of next week. Now, one wild card that could modify things as we get into the end of the weekend and into next week. It's a little area of thunderstorms, cluster of thunderstorms over the Caribbean. This is likely to move westward toward the Yucatan Peninsula. Could even develop into the next tropical cyclone within 5 days. And then there is the potential that it could emerge into the Gulf of Mexico at some point Sunday, Monday timeframe. If that's the case, of course, anything is possible. Right now, it's too early to tell, and we'll just keep a close eye on it and keep you updated. Tomorrow morning, 76, a lot of sunshine during the day, making it up to 97 for the high temperature again. By the way, it is another CPS peak energy demand day, so try to do your best between 2 and 7 p.m. to reduce your power usage, relieve some of the stress that's on our power grid during the peak heating of the day. That same goes for Wednesday, by the way. Then we trim off those few degrees for the end of the weekend or end of the week and into the upcoming weekend, Myra.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Let's turn to sports now with Greg and COVID affecting the Cowboys.
Yeah, in fact, they've gone back to virtual meetings only right now to prevent any possible spread of COVID after 3 more players have been placed in COVID protocol in the NFL. When we come back, we'll let you know who they are. And how about this? To open big game coverage this week, number 1 versus number 2 in the city. Coming up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
You can add CeeDee Lamb's name to those in the COVID protocol for the Dallas Cowboys, and the talented wide receiver is not alone. He's joined by defensive backs Malik Hooker and Israel Mukwamu. That's after new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn and defensive tackle Carlos Watkins had to leave the AT&T Stadium 90 minutes prior to kickoff before Saturday's 20-14 preseason loss to the Texans due to the health and safety protocols. It is here. The first week of the 2021 Texas high school football season is upon us with big game coverage, kicking off with a doozy of a big game. According to 12's Top 12, just released on Sunday, it's number 1 Brennan against number 2 Reagan in a battle of the 2 of the top 20 teams in the state this Friday night. Brennan Bears, coached by Stephen Bayshore welcomed back 14 starters, 8 on offense, 6 on defense, of a team that finished 10-2, 7-1 in district. One of the returning starters on offense is quarterback Ashton DuBose, who threw for over 2,000 yards for 29 touchdowns, another 12 touchdowns on the ground for 842 yards rushing. As a result, the Bears are the highest-ranked team in the San Antonio area in Class 6A in the state at number 17, according to Texas Football Magazine. But right behind them at number 19 overall are the Reagan Rattlers. Head coach Lyndon Hamilton has 14 starters back as well, 7 each on offense and defense, off a team that went 9-2 last year, running the table in District 28 6A at 8-0. The Rattlers have a dual threat at quarterback in Britton Moore, who threw for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, another 8 touchdowns with 763 yards on the ground. But they also possess a strong running back in Carson Green, who turned up 1,200 yards rushing, 21 touchdowns. It all adds up to one heck of a season opener Friday night.
Very excited. It's my senior year. This is our last shot, and I feel like it's going to be a really good year. We have humble mindsets. We worked hard all summer, so I'm really excited to see what we can do.
We've been preparing for this since the end of last season. Game planning, doing all that. I think it's going to be a good game, like it is always.
Supposedly they're the #1 team in the city right now. We're number 2. Top 2 teams. Should be a great game. I'm honestly really excited.
Gets us experience, it gets our legs moving, gets the team going, allows us to kind of, see where we're at and get ready for that district.
All right, kickoff between #1 ranked Brennan against #2 ranked Reagan on Friday night will be at 7 p.m. at Ferris Stadium. That's the new early start times for most of the games being played in the city this year. Today also marks the start of our new partnership with Texas Sports Productions that not only will be providing you with content for our website, biggamecoverage.com, and the BGC app, including live games each and every weekend, but also live coverage on our KSAT TSP Game of the Week on MeTV. That's our digital .2 over-the-air broadcast. The first game of the week will be featuring the Madison Mavericks against the Clemens Buffaloes, live from Lynhoff Stadium this Thursday night. The Mavericks are returning 16 starters, 8 each on offense and defense. Head coach Blaine Peterson of a team that made it into the playoffs after going 5-3 in that very difficult District 28 6A. While they will be starting a new quarterback, they do welcome back a pair of talented running backs in Keyshawn Rogers and Miguel Becker, who combined for over 1,200 yards on the ground, 10 touchdowns. For the Clemens Buffaloes, head coach Jared Johnson has 11 starters returning, mainly on defense, with 8 off a team that did not make the playoffs last year. Ben Pruski will take over quarterback for the Buffs this year on a team that will rely heavily on the experience on the defensive side of the ball, led by 3-year starter defensive back Bryce Taylor, who had 60 tackles and an interception, and Miles Curry, who added 40 tackles to go along with his 3 interceptions. Kickoff is this Thursday night at 7 p.m. live on MeTV.
Really excited. It's our first game week. It's like been building up this whole summer, working all off season, and finally get a show what we can do this season.
It's going to be a good matchup for us. We've been working, they've been working. I guess we'll both get to see our skill set there.
I know we've all been working hard. We've had good numbers this year, so in the summer, better than we've had in the past years. So I think we're ready.
They're a solid team every year, so we come with the attitude that they're going to come with everything they got, and we just got to be ready for anything they throw at us.
Okay, here's a look at our MeTV schedule with Texas Sports Productions. It all starts on Thursday. In fact, most of the early games, as you see, they're going through September, all on Thursday, with Smithson Valley and New Braunfels rounding it out on September the 23rd. And then you take a look, still some more Thursday games to start the second half, also in September. But then it switches after that one-game week, either O'Connor and Warren or Taft or Brennan. They switch to Saturday nights in October, and then finally filling up on November the 5th, Friday, against Central Catholic and Antonian. Great turnout to help raise money for St. Vinny's Bistro. Next. Thanks to everyone who played in the Haney & Company first annual golf fundraiser presented by Quirk & Company, benefiting St. Vinny's Bistro at Haven for Hope. What a nice turnout today at the Corey Golf Club. Thanks to the golfers who participated, the staff for their hospitality and direction, to all the Haney & Company volunteers. On the course, golfers had a chance to win a brand new Lexus thanks to the Kayla Group, and afterwards an awards ceremony.
And it's just great to see the community get out and contribute and try to give back and help other people that might be in need right now. It's not only good for the people that are on the receiving end, but it's also good for those of us, that are on the giving end to have part in that, and it kind of brings us all together.
And thanks to all the sponsors who made it happen, for the presenting sponsor, the gold sponsors, silver sponsors. Thank you all. We'll wrap it up after this.
Tomorrow, another day well into the 90s. Will be 96 Kerrville, 97 Canyon Lake, closer to 100 Cotulla, Laredo, and Del Rio. So it's really going to be more of the same the next couple of days. A few afternoon pop-up showers starting Thursday.
All right, thanks, Adam. And thanks for watching. Have a good night.